In the cauldron of World War II, where military minds pushed the boundaries of technology to gain an edge on the battlefield, one engineering marvel emerged as a true titan: Schwerer Gustav. Join us as we delve into the epic tale of the largest weapon ever built, a colossus that both awed and terrified, and that left an indelible mark on the annals of military history. Conceived by the brilliant engineer Gustav Krupp, the Schwerer Gustav railway gun emerged as an engineering marvel that defied all preconceptions. This gargantuan weapon was unlike anything the world had ever seen before. Its sheer scale was mind-boggling, pushing the boundaries of what was previously deemed possible in the realm of artillery. In the late 1930s, amidst the ominous backdrop of impending war, the visionary engineers at Krupp, the renowned German arms manufacturer, embarked on an audacious undertaking: a weapon of colossal proportions destined to reshape the battlefield. Weighing a staggering 1,350 metric tons, the Schwerer Gustav was akin to a leviathan of destruction. It emerged as a titan among weapons, standing a towering 4.8 meters tall and stretching over 47 meters in length. Its sheer size defied comprehension, making it one of the largest mobile artillery pieces ever constructed. To put this in perspective, it was more akin to a moving fortress than a conventional weapon. Its massive presence alone struck awe and trepidation into the hearts of those who witnessed it. Schwerer Gustav, in simple terms, was an enormous, supersized railway gun used during World War II. It was a giant weapon designed to fire massive shells at far-off targets, like heavily fortified bunkers. Imagine a huge train with a massive gun on top of it. This colossal gun was named after its designer, Gustav Krupp. What made Schwerer Gustav unique was its incredible size and power. It was incredibly heavy, weighing more than many tanks combined, and it stretched for a very long distance, almost like a long train itself. When it fired its gigantic shells, it could destroy almost anything in its path from a very long distance away. This formidable creation, known as Schwerer Gustav or Dora, was born from a single purpose: to shatter the most formidable of defenses. Its development was in response to the anticipated challenge of breaching the mighty French Maginot Line, a seemingly impervious barrier. But size alone did not make Schwerer Gustav remarkable. Its logistical requirements were equally astounding. To transport this behemoth, an entire network of specialized railway tracks was meticulously laid. These tracks were designed to bear the weight of the gun and its carriage, ensuring that this colossal weapon could be moved to the front lines. The gun and its dedicated crew formed a train that spanned over 25 railway cars. This logistical marvel allowed Schwerer Gustav to be deployed wherever it was needed, transforming it into a mobile fortress buster. Schwerer Gustav embodied the audacious spirit of wartime engineering, pushing the boundaries of what was conceivable in artillery design. Its immense size and power made it not just a weapon but a symbol of the extremes to which humanity could go during the height of World War II. At the heart of Schwerer Gustav's devastating firepower were its monumental projectiles, 800mm shells. These colossal rounds were nothing short of engineering marvels and were among the largest caliber artillery shells ever to be employed in combat. Each of these immense shells tipped the scales at around 7 tons, making them equivalent in weight to several small cars. The mere process of handling these mammoth projectiles was a Herculean task, requiring a carefully choreographed dance of manpower and machinery. But what truly set these shells apart was their sheer destructive power. Fired from the Schwerer Gustav, they could reach targets at distances of up to 29 miles. Imagine a projectile so massive that it could soar over the horizon and then, upon impact, unleash a cataclysmic force. These shells were more than just munitions. They were titans of destruction, capable of pulverizing even the most heavily fortified structures. When these behemoths found their mark, the results were devastating. Concrete bunkers, fortifications, and enemy positions were reduced to rubble and dust. It was as if a force of nature had descended upon the battlefield, leaving destruction in its wake. Operating the colossal Schwerer Gustav was no ordinary task. It was an endeavor that required not only a substantial crew, but also a monumental amount of time and precision in assembly. The assembly of this gargantuan weapon was a complex process that could span several weeks. It demanded the expertise of not only artillery personnel, but also engineers and logistical support teams. Imagine a painstaking choreography of men and machinery, a synchronized effort to piece together this immense artillery piece. Every component, from the massive barrel to the intricate mechanisms, had to be meticulously assembled. The crew worked tirelessly, often in challenging conditions, to ensure the Schwerer Gustav was ready for action. Beyond its sheer military utility, Schwerer Gustav wielded a significant psychological impact, a weapon that loomed large in the minds of both Allied and Axis forces. For Allied commanders, the existence of such a colossal weapon raised profound concerns. They pondered how to counter this behemoth that could strike from afar, seemingly impervious to conventional defenses. When Schwerer Gustav was deployed during the siege of Sevastopol, its impact extended beyond the physical destruction it wrought. It served as a potent tool of psychological warfare, intended to demoralize the defenders. In the midst of World War II, the colossal Schwerer Gustav was transported to the Eastern Front, where its immense power would be unleashed in a campaign of monumental proportions. The Crimean Peninsula, home to the strategically vital Soviet city of Sevastopol, became the stage for this dramatic encounter. The city's formidable defenses posed a daunting challenge to the invading Axis forces. It was here, against the backdrop of the Crimean landscape, that the Schwerer Gustav's massive shells found their mark. Their target, heavily fortified Soviet positions that had held out against relentless assaults. The destructive power of the Schwerer Gustav's 800mm shells was nothing short of cataclysmic. Concrete bunkers, fortifications, and enemy strongholds crumbled under the immense force of these colossal projectiles. The Schwerer Gustav played a pivotal role in breaking through Sevastopol's defenses. Its thunderous presence, combined with the devastation it wrought, took a toll not only on the city's physical defenses, but also on the morale of its defenders. As the siege wore on, the relentless bombardment from this colossal weapon left the defenders demoralized and exhausted. Ultimately, Sevastopol fell to the Axis forces, marking a significant turning point in the campaign. The Siege of Sevastopol in 1942 remains an iconic moment in the history of warfare. As the dust settled on the battlefields of World War II and the echoes of conflict began to fade, the colossal Schwerer Gustav faced an uncertain fate in the post-war world. With the war's conclusion, Schwerer Gustav had outlived its purpose. Its destructive potential, once a formidable force on the battlefield, no longer held relevance in a world seeking to rebuild and recover. In the aftermath of the war, Allied forces embarked on the monumental task of dismantling this engineering marvel. The behemoth was taken apart, its massive components carefully disassembled. The fate of Schwerer Gustav was sealed. Some of its parts were preserved as war trophies, serving as tangible reminders of the colossal weapon that once stood as a symbol of wartime audacity. Other components found new life as raw materials for post-war reconstruction efforts. The metal that once formed the mighty artillery piece was repurposed, contributing to the rebuilding of a world shattered by conflict. Today, only remnants and historical records remain to tell the tale of Schwerer Gustav, a weapon that, while once a symbol of war's extremes, had no place in the evolving post-war landscape. The dismantling of Schwerer Gustav marked the end of an era defined by colossal weaponry and devastating conflict. It serves as a stark reminder that even the mightiest of war machines can become relics of a bygone age in the inexorable march of history. As we conclude our journey through the remarkable story of Schwerer Gustav, we are left with a profound sense of the extremes humanity can reach, even in the darkest times. Schwerer Gustav, the biggest weapon ever built, stands as a testament to the audacity of engineering and the relentless pursuit of military advantage. Its legacy endures as a symbol of innovation amid conflict, reminding us that even in the depths of war, the human spirit can reach incredible heights. Thank you for joining us in this video, exploring one of history's most awe-inspiring engineering marvels. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We would love to hear from you. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more.